Do you want to live in a picture-perfect town with clear blue rivers, stunning architecture, and lush green mountains? Not only do these places exist, you also don't need to spend a fortune to retire or work there. Welcome to Retire or Work Remotely in 10 Fairytale Towns for Cheap. Be sure to watch until the end when I'll reveal a country with some of the lowest costs of living in Europe. Number 10. Sigisoara, Romania. Located in the heart of Transylvania, Sigisoara is a preserved medieval stronghold founded by German Saxon settlers in 1197. Its UNESCO-listed historic centre is dominated by the Clock Tower, a 14th century fortification now housing a history museum. Stroll cobbled streets lined with pastel-coloured houses and fortified churches, and experience the annual medieval festival with jousting tournaments and traditional crafts. Sigisoara is famously the birthplace of Vlad III the Impaler, whose legend partly inspired Dracula. Monthly living costs average $700 for a single person, while a one-bedroom apartment outside the city rents for about $330. Save a Sarmale, cabbage rolls stuffed with meat, for $5.50, while a GP consultation costs around $32. The town's winding staircases, fortified walls, and steep roofs evoke a picture postcard scene, while whispered tales of secret passages beneath the castle add to its mystical charm. Number 9. Ouro Preto, Brazil. Nestled in the mountains of Minas Gerais, Ouro Preto, Portuguese for black gold, was a colonial gold rush hub in the 18th century and is now a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Masterworks by sculptor Alejandro decorate the elaborate church of São Francisco de Assis, set against a backdrop of rolling green hills. Explore labyrinthine streets and visit former gold mining tunnels. Local lore speaks of hidden veins of gold still guarded by spirits in the abandoned shafts. Monthly expenses are $820, and rent outside the city costs less than $200. Feast on Feijoada, Brazilian black bean stew, for $5.50 and ensure peace of mind with health insurance costing $65. Its many bridges, fountains, and squares will make you feel like you're in a Disney movie. Before we continue, it would help me out a lot if you subscribed. Number 8. Berat, Albania. With its fantastic views of the Oxtail River in south-central Albania, Berat is celebrated as the City of 1,000 Windows for its Ottoman-era white houses cascading down its hillside. Its 13th century Byzantine castle still houses residents and over a dozen churches and mosques within its walls. Founded in ancient times and flourishing under Byzantines, Serbs, and Ottomans, Berat's historic quarters, Mangalem, Gorica, and Kalaja, are UNESCO protected. Activities include exploring hilltop churches, the Onufri National Iconographic Museum, and kayaking on the Oxtail Canyon. Life in this picture-perfect town costs around $730 per month, while apartments outside the city rent for an additional $340. Top-notch public healthcare is 3.4% of your gross income. Tempt your taste buds with Borek, filled pastries, for $5.30. Albania also has expat tax incentives for retirees and digital nomads. Medieval fortifications, carved stone churches, and the serene River Oxtail combine to make Berat feel like an open-air museum. Number 7. Ronda, Spain. Dramatically located atop the El Tajo Gorge in Andalusia, Ronda is famed for its Puente Nuevo, an 18th century bridge soaring 120 meters above the canyon and linking the old and new towns. With Roman origins and a Moorish fortress, Ronda's historic centre features the Plaza de Toros, one of Spain's oldest bullrings, and panoramic viewpoints over olive groves and cliffs. Ernest Hemingway and Orson Welles summered here, and Hemingway's For Whom the Bell Tolls draws on local Civil War history. Live in these idyllic surroundings for $330 for a one-bedroom place and enjoy a comfortable lifestyle for $800. Cover your health needs from $112 and excite your palate with oxtail stew for $9. The combination of cliff-edge terraces and floral-filled balconies gives Ronda a cinematic atmosphere. Number 6. Mérida, Mexico. Capital of Yucatan State, Mérida blends Spanish colonial charm with Maya heritage, its 16th century cathedral built from stones of Maya temples. Plaza Grande buzzes with horse-drawn carriage rides, while Maya sites like Oxtail invite exploration. Put your feet up in a place outside the city for $500 and cover other expenses for $660. See a GP for $20 and feast on carnitas, slow-cooked pork, for $4.50. Merida's shaded walkways and colonial doorways create a glowing setting enriched by living traditions like nightly people-watching strolls. Number 5 on our travel vlog is Chef Chaouen, Morocco. Chef Chaouen sits at 564 meters in the Rif Mountains of northwest Morocco, between Tétouan and Ouarzane. Founded in 1471 as a small kasbah to defend against Portuguese invasions, it later became a refuge for Andalusi Muslim and Jewish exiles after the Reconquista. Today, its historic quarter is nicknamed the Blue Pearl for the vibrant shades of indigo that coat houses and alleyways. Hike to the Actua waterfalls, shop hand-woven wool garments, and join the annual Taste the Saffron Festival each November. Take care of all your expenses, including rent, for about $1,000. Enjoy tagine, chicken braised with spices, for $5, while a GP visit is $20. Local law equates the blue walls with heaven, and nighttime lantern-lit alleys feel lifted from a storybook. Number 4, Mostar, Bosnia and Herzegovina. With a leg on each side of the Neretva River in Herzegovina, Mostar's origins date to the 15th century Ottoman era, named for its stone Mostari, bridge keepers, who guarded the first wooden bridge. Its iconic Stari Most, Old Bridge, rebuilt in 2004 after wartime destruction, arches 24 meters over emerald waters, flanked by whitewashed Ottoman houses and towers. Adventure seekers cliff dive from the bridge, raft the Neretva Rapids, and visit the Koski Mehmed-Pasha Mosque's tower for panoramic views. The cost of living for one person is only $360, and a one-bedroom residence outside the centre rents for $256. Public healthcare co-payments are minimal, and you can feast on savapi, grilled meat sausages, for $5. The town's lime-washed facades, red-tiled roofs, and pointed arches remind of a Moorish meets Mediterranean fairy tale. Number 3, Bansko, Bulgaria. Bansko lies in southwestern Bulgaria's Pirin Mountains in Blagoevgrad province near Razlog. Founded in the 13th century as a stock breeding and merchant settlement, it evolved into a winter ski resort and summer hiking destination. The old town's UNESCO-protected medieval quarter features terracotta-roofed houses, cobblestone lanes, and the 19th century Holy Trinity Church. Visitors ski on Bulgaria's largest alpine slopes, hike Pirin National Park trails, and explore local museums like the Velyanov House. Bansko's digital nomad scene has grown, drawn by its affordability and high-speed internet. You can live comfortably for about $1,194, which includes rent. Many expats opt for private health insurance, which costs $40 per month. For $6, you can delight in Bulgarian moussaka served with yogurt. Annual events include the Bansko Jazz Festival and Nomad Fest. The combination of alpine lodges, historic stone houses, and panoramic mountain views lends this hidden gem its charm. Number 2, Cetinje, Montenegro. Cetinje sits at 650 meters on a cave plain in central Montenegro, nestled among limestone mountains like the legendary Mount Lovćen. Founded in 1482 by Ivan Krnojević, it became Montenegro's royal and cultural capital until 1918. The townscape is defined by Biljada, Petar II's former residence, the 18th century Cetinje Monastery, and the Blue Palace, today the President's residence. Spend your days touring the National Museum, climbing Lovćen for panoramic Adriatic views, and strolling the old bazaar's Ottoman-era lanes. Cetinje is nicknamed the Valley of the Gods for its sublime setting. Everyday costs come to about $800, and a place outside the city rents for $280. Healthcare is free for residents, while Borek, pastry filled with meat and cheese, is around $8. The town's well-preserved neoclassical and Baroque buildings set against stony peaks create a magical atmosphere. Number 1, Gjurokasta, Albania. Gjurokasta lies at 300 meters in southern Albania's Drino Valley, beneath the rocky Gera Mountains. Its Ottoman hillside stone castle houses, with slate roofs and whitewashed facades, date from the 17th and 18th centuries. The hilltop Gjurokasta fortress overlooks the old bazaar. Declared UNESCO Heritage in 2005 for its rare Ottoman townscape, it hosts the National Folk Festival every 5 years. Explore the fortress and its arms museum, wander cobbled lanes, and visit various locations where the James Bond film The Spy Who Loved Me was filmed. The living cost in this scenic town averages $1,150, which includes rent. Looking after your health starts from $22 per month for private insurance, And you can enjoy kofti, meatballs with tomato sauce, for $5.60. The fortress and towns set against majestic mountains make Gjirokasta pinch me pretty. Albania also has one of the lowest costs of living in Europe, making wealthy expat life possible. Please click on the links for more first-rate videos about expat life. Thanks a lot for watching.